Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, I am Hafsa Izabila from TBI1. Here I would like to do assignment of qualitative research. Enjoy the video. Okay, the assignment is explain research approaches of doing your research project, 5th edition. Okay, the assignment is explain research approaches, first chapter of doing your research project, 5th edition. Okay, in chapter 1, that is approaches to research. This chapter provides a foundational understanding of various research methodologies. The authors emphasize that choosing the right approach significantly impacts the entire research process, from data collection to analysis and interpretation. Understanding these diverse methodologies will equip researchers to effectively plan their investigations and properly interpret existing research. The first, quantitative and versus qualitative research, a fundamental dichotomy. Quantitative research focuses on objective measurement and analysis of numerical data. It aims to establish relationships between variables, test hypotheses, and generalize findings to large population. The data collection methods is surveys with closed-ended questions, experiments, structured observations, and statistical analysis of existing data. Characteristics. The first is structured approach. Employs predetermined research questions, conceptual frameworks and designs. The second is numerical data. Relies on data that can be quantified and statistically analyzed. The third is generalizable. Generalizability. It aims to produce findings that can be applied to a larger population beyond the specific sample studied. The second is qualitative research. This qualitative research focuses in-depth understanding of experiences, perspectives, and meanings. It explores complex phenomena that are difficult to quantify, often emphasizing the subject's nature of human experience. The data collection methods: interviews, focus groups, ethnographic observations, and analysis of textual or visual data. The characteristics is emergent design. Its research questions and methods are often more general at the start and become more focused as the study progresses. The second is non-numerical data. It utilizes data that cannot be easily converted to numbers, such as interview transcripts, field notes, or visual materials. The third is contextual understanding. It aims to provide a rich and detailed understanding of a phenomenon within its specific context. The example is an ethnographic study exploring the lived experiences of refugees adapting to a new culture, using in-depth interviews and observations to understand their perspectives. The second is specific research approaches, deep dive. The action research. The first, a cyclical process of inquiry, action, and reflection conducted by practitioners to improve their own practice or to address specific problems within their work environment. The practical focus. It addresses real-world issues or challenges encountered in practice. The practitioner-led, conducted by individuals directly involved in the situation being often involves. The collaboration within other stakeholders, such as colleges, client, or community members. Iterative process, a cycle of planning, acting, observing, and reflecting, with each cycle informing subsequent actions. The process is: the first is identify a problem or area for improvement. The second, develop a plan of action. The third, implement the action plan. The fourth, observe the effects of the action. The fifth is reflect on the outcomes and revise the plan accordingly. The suitable context is improving teaching methods in a classroom, enhancing customer service in a business, addressing community health concern. The next is Lomac's purposes, focus, method, relations, and validation questions. The purpose is, can I improve my practice so that it is more effective? Can I improve my understanding of this practice so as to make it more just? Can I use my knowledge of and influence to improve the situation? The second is case study, an in-depth investigation of a single individual, group, institution, or event. It aims to provide a comprehensive understanding of the case within its real-life context. Bounded system focuses on a specific unit of analysis, the case, multiple data sources. It utilizes various data collection methods such as interviews, observations, document analysis, and archival records. The next is contextual depth. It emphasizes the importance of understanding the context in which the case exists. Holistic perspective seeks to provide a complete and nuanced understanding of the case, considering all relevant factors. The types of the case. The first is intrinsic case study, exploring a unique or unusual case in detail simply because of its uniqueness. The second is instrumental case study, using a case to illustrate a particular issue, problem, or theory. The third is multiple case study, studying several cases to identify patterns, similarities, and differences across cases. The critique is difficulty of generalizing finding from single case. The second, potential for researcher bias in data collection and interpretation. The third is key insight. Case studies provide rich, contextualized insight but must be carefully designed and analyzed to ensure rigor and credibility. The third is survey. Is a systematic method for collecting data from a sample of individuals using standard questionnaires or interviews. The large sample size typically involves collecting data from a relatively large number of participation. Standard question uses a fixed set of questions to answer consistently across participants. Quantitative analysis. Its data is often analyzed using statistical techniques to identify patterns and relationships. The types of survey. The types of survey, such as cross-sectional survey, longitudinal survey, methods of data collection, self-administrated questionnaires, and interview